So I'm watching this movie right now, Good Fortune. It's the one with Keanu Reeves as the angel Gabriel, which I think also I don't know which one came first, but I think the SpongeBob movie came first, or maybe this one came first. I don't know, but wasn't he wasn't he Angel Gabriel? Didn't he have like a cameo as Angel Gabriel? Um, in that movie, he was like in like a burning bush, or maybe he just was the burning bush. I don't know. I forget. Maybe he wasn't a burning bush. Maybe he was just a. I don't know. But I remember him showing up in a SpongeBob movie or showing up somewhere. I never watched the movie, but I saw like an ad for it, commercial, ad, sponsor, whatever the fuck, all the same shit. Anyways, I'm watching this movie, right? And they're at the part where, um, spoiler, but they're at the part where dude gets shot and they're in the hospital talking, and are just saying, "Oh, my life sucked," or whatever he said. My life sucked, and your life was easy. But it's like, yeah, you could say that. Why is that car moving extra fucking slow? Oh, never mind, it parked. That's why. It's still moving a little bit. Okay, it parked. Never mind. No, it was a truck that I can see on the cameras, and now it's backing up a little bit. I don't know. I can barely see it. It's on the edge of the camera, on the edge of um the yard, not our yard. No, not on our side. It might be on our side. I don't know. Anyways, back to the point. So after that, I'm talking to myself, and I thought, well, why not talk to or, yeah, why not talk to myself and make it last however long it lasts. Sorry, that was my vape clicking from the magnets of the charging thing. It also boosts the vape and the actual vape itself. It was clicking together. I don't know if you heard it. You might not have heard it, so you might have no idea what I'm talking about, even though I just described it. Anyways, um, yeah, so I was talking to myself about it. But basically, the point of this is to say that, yeah, um, Jeff, uh, yeah, he didn't technically do it on his own. Like realistically, no one lives life on their own. We all benefit from from past people and current people being merciful to us, um, as well as just helping us in various ways. Whether you need food and you go to McDonald's, all those servers and or no, all the employees there, they're helping you because they provide you food. Go to a Dollar Tree, same thing. People working there, whether they're unpacking or packing stuff, or yeah, unpacking and stocking stuff, or the actual cashier, even down to the beginning of America, the people that left Britain and came here to start America, you know, even the people in the shadows that we never hear about, whether they're the families or the companies or whatever, you know, ultimately we all live because of other people. We all benefit from each other existing and doing the things they do, you know? But yeah, so Jeff is rich because he's an investor, and as he described earlier in the movie, he did something with cell towers, and that worked. And then he used that money to invest in whatever the second thing was, and then that worked, and then now he's there. He's got a lot of money and got a big house. But his grandfather sold newspapers, and we all know that he worked his ass off, selling and owning his own newspapers and stuff, which gave me an idea. You could do like the whole shtick of like the paper boy, paper here, read all about it, paper here, and then just walk around the street and sell newspapers of good news. Whether it's people telling you good news, and then you read it, or you make a paper about it, or you write about like a dog you fed, or I don't know, dude. It could literally be anything. You just do the whole shtick. You print them out, make them like real newspapers, and then yeah, sell them. You could have a whole like article of paper or article of news just filled with good stuff that people read. You know what I mean? You just walk around a downtown area or like a random streets or whatever the fucking sell papers. You know, but but yeah. Anyways, So grandpa, he sold newspapers and stuff, owned his own paper, and then built went made more and more money, I assume, and then eventually that led to his son going into whatever he was. I forgot what Jeff's dad or the grandkid or the granddad's son did, but he did something, made a lot of money from that. Made it a career and everything. And then his wife was in law. She was a lawyer, I think, or somewhere in law, I forget. And that's a lot of schooling, a lot of late hours, a lot of studying, a lot of memorizing, you know, and stressful, possibly. Pretty sure, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it would be, I don't know. Depends on if you stress about things or just think about them. There is a difference. Same with overthinking. Overthinking. And then those two people combined made Jeff, and he was able to start a cell tower thing, and that snowballed into his second investment, and that snowballed into him making more money. And that goes for a lot of rich people, if not most of them, or just a good chunk of them. You have some of them that are technically self-made, even though technically no one's self-made because we all exist in a society together. But realistically, yeah, like on a surface level, yeah, where people can be self-made. They can have a job and then work on something on the side, and then that eventually makes them more money, so they quit their job, and then yeah, then they focus on the now full time side thing. Well, side thing full time. Now make it a full thing, and they make more and more money from it, and they use that to do whatever, you know. Or you could have parents that invest, but it could be as little as, and it's easier. It's easier the more you think about your future when you're younger, right? I'm now 26, you know. Not fucking old. I'm not super young either. I'm like in the middle, kind of sort of. I'm still pretty young by a lot of standards. I'm not 30 or 40 or 50 yet. So yeah, it also doesn't take that long to fix your life. But anyways, like if you're in high school, right, and you have a passion or whatever, you could focus on that passion while you're in school. You have nothing but time. You do school for however long it is. You're in classes, and then you leave. You have lunch. Um, so there's time there, and you have after school. But yeah, you do that, and then smart people with smart parents, but typically, yeah, just smart kids, right? You get a job in high school, or you just wait till after high school. Either way, point is you save for a car, you get the car, you save to maintain it. You get insurance, uh, you get insurance, get registration, you save to maintain it, so that it never breaks down. Or when it breaks down, you can pay for it. You also check it routinely. Buy one of those like there's like I don't know what they're called, but they're like the I call them scanner things, but they're not scanner things. You kind of just plug them into your car and then see and it tells you what's wrong with it. It gives you the code that lets you know what's wrong with it. Um, but you also do like routine oil checks, and then you make sure to remember, like, write down last you checked your oil, and then whatever else you routinely check for a car. I kind of don't know 'cause I didn't do that because I was stupid. Um, Still pretty fucking stupid, but at least I'm trying to learn my lessons now. Like when things happen, I reflect on it and then take away the lesson I should from that thing. Whether it's with owning things, doing things in life, or like relationships are a big thing, big thing. Those kind of haunt me actually. I mean, they don't really haunt me, I guess, but I think about them often, and yeah, I'm kind of moving past the regret stage of that and just kind of at the acceptance point, pretty much. Like, yeah, I fucked up, but also I have an entire life of meeting people, an entire life of making first impressions and having good relationships. But I should listen to my younger self a lot more. Younger as in like kid self, kid me. He was very, very wise and understanding. I still am, but he went with the flow a lot more. you know, a lot of times to a fault, but he understood a lot. He understands a lot, I guess. If, anyways, point is, you just have to go with the flow and not overthink shit, you know? Just let things happen organically, you know? You can't really think of things in stages exactly. You know, don't stress about like, oh, when is this supposed to happen? How does this work? Just go with it. If you don't know, then just understand that you don't know and figure it out from there. Or accept that you don't know and then figure it out from there. But the point is, yeah, it's like, you know, dude's granddad sold newspapers. That snowballs into him being able to put his kid into school or whatever it was that got his dad into whatever he was doing. And he married a lawyer or lady in law, and they made Jeff, and then that results in them being able to invest in him, and he then gets into cell towers, which then snowballs into his next venture, which then snowballs into him having a big house and being an investor in businesses, you know. Which also I had an idea watching this that um oh also yeah. So basically fixing my life would entail keep working this sales job, which is basically spectrum sales. Um, Figuring it out, and not worrying so much, and then using this money, whether it takes, it shouldn't take that long, but like a month, 2 months. Well, it's not gonna take a month. I learned that the base is only 400, not 500. That may have not been clear. That's okay. The base is 400, not 500, and that's okay. You know, so that's in a month. That's 1,600, which in 2 months, that's three. No, that's 3,200. You know, um, yeah. So that's good. You know, that's enough to get my car fixed. I can get it fixed. I can start paying on it. Stuff like peeing. I can start paying on it. Again. You know. Or I could just choose to just get another car that's the same make and model. You know. When I get there, use the little scanner thing to check and see if anything's wrong with it, and then go from there. But I'm probably just gonna end up. I don't know. It just depends. You know. I'm basically gonna stick with this and then save the money. You know, basically only use like a portion of the check to maintain my life, not buy extra shit. Stop eating sugar when I feel down. My thing is, I'll go to the dollar store and I'll buy like the can of chips, um like the tall cans, you know, and then I'll eat that on the way home. But I'll also buy. Sorry, I burped. I'll also buy the fuck the Reese's cups thing, not the actual Reese's cups, but like the Reese's what the fuck Reese's um fuck what are they called? They're like in the two like cup shaped things, you know. But they're not like the actual Reese's, but they're like Reese's like. Oh, I can't remember what they're called, but they're the they're cup shaped. Um, and they're themed Reese's. They taste like Reese's, and there's chocolate, and there's like white stuffing in the middle. From that description you should be able to fuck. From that description you should be able to make out what I'm talking about. But I'll get that, and then I'll get a box of Pop Tarts. It's like there's six in the thing, and then that's usually it. And then what I'll do is I'll use two of the Pop Tarts, and it's like a bread of a sandwich, and then put one of the Reese's cups um on it. Like I'll break it apart into four sections, and then I'll put it in between the Pop Tarts, and I'll make it like a sandwich, sugary diabetic ass sandwich. And I'll do that twice. So there's two cups, and then I'll just eat the last two Pop Tarts. And I do that when I feel like shit. So, gotta stop doing that, you know? And then I think I'm gonna wait and just stick to like simple meals, beans and rice, probably in a tortilla, until I get my car fixed. And then once I get my car fixed, then I'll be able to do Uber Eats again, which what I'll probably do is do it like before work and then work the job and then do it after work and then go home and go to sleep. Or, yeah, come here and go to sleep. Like just go to the backyard and sleep, you know? Or just, I don't know, sleep in the bed that I have now. But I don't know. Um, and then after that, I'll just go fully and live out of my car fully once I get everything in order. Basically, buying a solar panel, put that on top of the car. Um, a solar panel, put that on top of the car. Buy solar power generators, put them in the back. Pretty much buy three of them so I have backups, pretty much. So like one while one's charging, I can, or not charge. Well, yeah, I guess yeah. While one's charging, I can use the other one, and the other one from that we backups. But I'll alternate which one I'm using on a daily. That way I'm not running whatever it is that makes it up out as fast, And then that should last like a long ass time, if not a year, then years. And then I'll have enough money to just buy more, Or I'll probably just, once I get enough money, I'll probably buy um, another set of three, and then another set of three, and just store them somewhere. Probably keep them here. Um, yeah, yeah, and then just go on the whole living out of my car thing again. But I'll be better prepared. I'll have my stuff charged constantly. I'll be able to use my laptop, and then yeah, eventually upgrade from that to a van. And then with all the money I'm saving, shit, I could probably buy a robot and have that as my personal driver, you know, my little driving assistant, and actually probably be able to help me with ideas and stuff, if it can code, which it probably would, because it don't have fingers. I'd probably buy one that has fingers, and then yeah, then it could be it could be my coder, you know, coding person, coder, and then just do that, do Uber, or do, yeah, Uber Eats, and actually, I mean, I probably would be able to um, probably have it, and then uh, I could do the whole newspaper thing with the robot, and then we just tag team the work. We sell papers and stuff together. And we develop a whole like shtick, paperboy shtick. I give it some clothes to wear. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? That'd be fucking sick. That'd be awesome as hell. But yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. It'd be fun. It'd be awesome actually. Yeah, and we could social media as well, and then we post about it every now and then, or every day, or we do a daily video or something, and then you know it could even talk about like solutions, like basically sensible solutions that anyone could do, pretty much, to slowly to slowly improve their lives, basically, not like fucking health shit, but like actually like monetary. Because once you have a lot of money, that solves 90% of your problems. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about housing. You don't have to worry about transportation. All that's left is just mental and personal, so like relationships, pretty much. You know. I mean, oh, and I also thought about like you could buy an office, like an office space, and then have like a subscription thing. You know, where people basically pay to use your office space, meaning like you could have people that are like in college and they just use it for office space. Or like they study or they study or uh they're able to like they can make videos for like YouTube or something or whatever they're doing, or they could I don't know, whatever people do, like, or they could like use that time to code a game or code whatever they're working on, you know? You know what I mean? So like if they don't want to go home, or like if they I don't know, just have spare time or whatever the fuck, they could just go there and then yeah. It could be like, I don't know, it could be like $20 a month, you know? And then you can just come here and just, or you could just chill, you know? You could just relax on your phone for a bit and just forget about worries, pretty much, you know? Or not. Or not. I don't know. That's an iffy idea for me. That's an iffy one. You know what I mean? It's a very, very iffy one. I just took a hit of the vape. Um, but yeah, that's it though. That's it. Bye bye. Thank you for listening.